This is The Ramsey Show. You can be intentional about your character. You can have money and a career. You are the hero in your story.
Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, broadcasting from the Dollar Car Rental Studio, this is The Ramsey Show, where America hangs out to have a conversation about your life and your money. My name is Anthony O'Neill, host of the YouTube and podcast show, The Table with the one and only, me, Anthony O'Neill. And I'm excited to be hosting The Ramsey Show today, solo. Dave is out. Our personalities are out impacting the world, and they asked me to hold the fort down, and I said I could do that. I could do that because I got an amazing squad. You know, I got Kelly on the phones. She's going to make sure I'm all right. You know, James Child is in the building helping us out, and you, America, your phone calls are going to be amazing. And I'm just looking at the beautiful people out here in the beautiful weather. It's 80 degrees out here. Y'all are smart to come today because yesterday was 90 something degrees. And y'all are so smart. And I love this young couple out here. He held her real tight. He's like, that's my queen right there. I like this, man. So listen, we're going to have a good day today. Y'all know me when I get on the Ramsey Show with Dave, with the personality, without the personalities. I keep it real. I keep it real, relevant, and relatable. They call me the millennial guy. I love talking about money. I love talking about relationships. So if you're single and you got questions about what should you be doing with your money while you're single, how much should you spend on your first date, should you go ahead and just X her out of your budget, give me a call. We can talk about it all today. 888-825-5225. 888-825-5225. And it's going to be an amazing day. As a matter of fact, we're going to start off in Sacramento, California with Michael. Good afternoon. How can I help, man?
Hey there, Anthony. Very good to talk to you. Long-time fan. Appreciate everything you're doing. I actually just wanted to reach out in regards to me and my wife. We are, I'm a father of one with another one on the way. Our life is progressing. We are pretty rooted here in Sacramento. I have my parents that are retired, my wife's parents that are retired. They both help with the kids, so it's awesome. But we are at the point where we're debt free. We have probably about $51,000 in the bank right now. With the housing market the way it is, not really looking to buy a home immediately right now, but within the next 2 years. We just wanted to see what your thoughts are in regards to a 30-year mortgage versus a 15-year mortgage. Being on, price range is usually pretty higher than most of the country.
Yeah. I definitely understand. It's such a great question. So you got about $51,000 in your savings. Now, is this $51,000 on top of your emergency fund, Michael?
No, not on top of that. So it's just $51,000 total. I'd say 3 months worth of savings for us would be about $15,000.
Okay, so you're looking at about 15. So you have about
so just kind of getting started.
Okay, cool, great. So what's your household income?
My household income is about $112,000 right now.
112. So that's you and your wife combined?
Yes, correct.
Okay, cool. How much of a house are you looking to buy?
Anywhere close to, I would say it just would need to be at least 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, preferably in a better neighborhood to raise my kids in.
Yeah, so
that's pretty much right now.
So that you're looking at about 2,000 square feet in between 1,700 and 2,200 square feet?
Correct.
In Sacramento, so you're looking at about $500,000 to maybe about $650,000?
Cool. Yeah, probably about $500,000 will probably be the budget.
Yeah, probably about $500,000. Yeah. And so you're gonna need 20% down. Okay. This is what I teach, and this is what we all teach here at Ramsey Solutions. The goal is to have 20% down, Michael. Now, bare minimum 10%. Okay. The 20% is so that you can avoid a PMI, your private mortgage insurance. So when you choose a 30 years, and this is something I love to spend a little bit of time, let it just marinate for people. Okay. You're going to be in debt for 30 years. Number one. Number two, you're more than likely, if you get into a 30-year loan, you're going to be paying a PMI. So you're going to be paying your mortgage payment and interest, but you're going to be paying something else called a PMI that is not helping neither side. Okay. And so we want you to get a 15-year so that way you can get out of debt quicker. You're going to get into a 15-year with equity because you put down 20%. And those are the two main things that you do. Now, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Are we going to, scream at you and go crazy because you get a 30-year loan? No. But the wise decision is to get a fixed rate over 15 years with the goal 20% down, or with the bare minimum of 10% down. Okay. So this way you can get yourself and your family out of debt quicker. Now you're already out of debt, Michael. So I don't want to see you get out of debt and then you have a fully funded emergency fund. You're investing into your retirement. How old are you?
32.
Oh, yeah, man. Come on, brother. You with me, baby. You a millennial. We got to do this thing right. Come on now. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to stack up to 20% because you're not in a rush. And I think the market is going to be like this for the next 12 to 18 months. And so what I want to do is I want to see you sit here, work hard, save as much money as you possibly can, get that 20%, get into a 15-year, make sure your mortgage payment is 25% or lower than your net pay. And then choose a home that you're going to be in for the next few years. And I guarantee you, when you get inside this house, you're going to see how close you are to paying it off. You're going to pay this thing off. You're going to be, in the mid 40s, 100% debt free with a beautiful home, with a beautiful mortgage. And you're going to get real, real, real excited. And so I love it. How many more kids do you all want down the road?
Maybe one more, but okay. We'll see.
Hopefully. So that means that you may need a 4-bedroom. Keep that in mind because, if you're a family man, 2 kids and maybe a bonus room. So I even think about that. Maybe you hold off for 2 more years on saving up so you can get, a good 4-bedroom with a good backyard and make this your home for the next few years as you're raising your kids. Think about it. You have a debt-free couple, debt-free family, paid for mortgage, fully funded college fund, fully funded 15% investment in Baby Step 4, and your kids are 18 years old, going to college debt-free, parents are debt-free. That is such a beautiful legacy to start. And I really want America to hear me on this. I think we all should be really dreaming about the future. What do you want your legacy to look like? What do you want your generation that you raise, that you bring onto this earth to look like? I remember I was watching a show with Oprah and Steve Harvey, and Steve Harvey was telling the story of his grandmama. And she said, "Do you know your great-grandfather's last name?" He said, "No, I don't." She said, "Do you know why?" He said, "I really don't." She said, "Because he didn't leave you with anything." What are you leaving your people with? Are you leaving them with debt? Are you leaving them with pain? Or are you leaving them with joy, peace, wealth, land, knowledge, wisdom? That's what I want. And we do that by taking these baby steps and making sure that we're making the right decisions. Why? Because the caliber of our future will be determined by the choices we make today. So let's make the right one. In America, you've made the right one because you're listening to your boy Anthony O'Neill right here on The Ramsey Show. And I'll be right back.
Hey folks, I got a great option to help you pay for your education. The Army National Guard. The Army National Guard believes you are the next greatest generation because you have proven that even in adversity, that you have what it takes to succeed. That's why they offer benefits like tuition assistance, career training, and a paycheck to help you avoid debt. No matter what your goals are, the Army National Guard can help you get there. Visit nationalguard.com to find out more.
The name is Anthony O'Neill right here on The Ramsey Show, 888-825-5225. It's a free call, but if you call in, just know I'm going to keep it real, relevant, and relatable. And we're going to go out to Denver, Colorado with Miguel and going to keep it real with him. Hey, good afternoon. How can we help?
How you doing, Anthony?
I'm doing all right, man. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. So just kind of a little bit of a dilemma right now. So I am currently 25 years old.
Okay.
I am making about $60,000 a year right now.
Hold on.
I
We got a dilemma? You 25 making $60K? Hold on, brother.
Yeah.
Let me hear this dilemma.
All right, let's see. So I'm $28,000 in student loans.
Okay.
The other thing is, so I just recently got engaged, and this is where this all comes in. I own a 2020 Tacoma, which I got for $47,000, and right now I owe $33,000. Obviously, my fiance and I, we want to build our own life. We want to get our own place and this and that. My dilemma right now is if I should sell the Tacoma and use that $700 a month that I'm paying to pay out my student loans, save up for a bigger down payment. Right now, I am saving about $1,000 a month. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
How much money do you have in your savings account right now?
About $13,000.
$13,000. Okay. If you sell this car, it's actually an SUV, right?
A truck.
It's a truck. Okay. Yeah. What can you sell it for? So you owe $33,000 on it. What can you get for it?
So the value on Code Blue Book for the base model is $41,000. I do have the premier package on it. So I've been looking at. I've been hearing I can sell it for up to $45,000.
So you can get $43,000 right now for the car?
Yeah.
How much do you love your wife? I mean, your future wife?
Love her to death. That's why I'm thinking of selling my babies.
Oh,
build a future with her.
That's what I'm talking about, brother. I'm selling that thing today. I'm getting off the phone and I'm selling it. And what I would do is I would go ahead and sell it for private and see if I can get
Correct.
$45,000. That'll put you $12,000. And then what I would do is, honestly, I would take $10,000 of that, go buy a car, add the other $2,000 with the $13,000 you have saved up, okay? And then I would use that $15,000 to cash flow your wedding. And again, I'm not Dave, and this is Anthony O'Neill's opinion. I think right now, because how much debt does she have?
She has about, I think it's just her car, which she has about $10,000 on.
Okay, cool. So, and what you make $60,000? How much does she make?
So she just graduated. So she's still working at her internship. She's only making about $14 an hour right now.
Okay, so she's about now. Once she gets into her career field, what can she make on average? Let's say low end.
Low, I want to say $20 an hour.
$20 an hour. Okay, cool. So that's pretty decent. All right, cool. So this is what I want to suggest to you, man. Okay, all seriousness. One of the things that I tell people, your car value should never be more than half of your salary. You're already there. So I'm with you. I'm selling this car today. And you know what? If you want to get out of it quickly, so that way you're not putting more miles on it, I will go ahead and sell it for, $43,000. So that way it gives someone else the benefit and a little bit of encouragement to get into it because they're saving $2,000 on the car. So you'll get $10,000 and then you can go in ahead and go buy you a cash car. You can buy a good cash car in between $5,000 and $10,000 that's reliable to get you back and forth to work, and even a decent car. I mean, that's a good Honda, that's a good Toyota, that's a good Nissan Altima. I mean, you can get a good quality car. Now, it may not be a truck, but it's a good, reliable car. Then the $13,000, I want you to sit down with your fiance, and I really want y'all to have a conversation, okay? And this is something that I'm not a relationship expert, right? But I am single. And I look forward to having this conversation with my fiance whenever God allows me and blesses me to find the love of my life. I want to ask, what are our goals? Like, where do we see ourselves in the next 10, 15 years as a couple? Okay. What do we want? Do we want to be homeowners? Do we want to be traveling around the world? Do we want kids? And then when we can really identify that vision, then let's work backwards. And then that should be able to answer this one question. How much money do we really want to put into a wedding? Do we really want to drop $15,000, $20,000 on a wedding right now? Would we rather just put maybe $5,000 into a good wedding and then take this other money and put it towards our debt so we can move towards our goals? Now, I'm not knocking people who want to spend a lot of money on their wedding. I do not. But I do want to make sure that I give you the information, Miguel, and just help set you up to make the right decision moving forward. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So I would definitely sell your car. I would definitely go ahead and have the conversation with your wife and start seeing, okay, what's our budget for the wedding? Okay. And then from there, you two move forward. But I'm super excited. Do y'all have a date for when y'all going to get married?
So I mean, that's kind of where we're at. Plan was to do it September of next year. In the back of our head, we were also like, okay, well, we can spend on the wedding. We can also spend on a down payment for a home. And later on, if we're well off financially, then we can have the wedding that we've always wanted.
Why are you waiting so long?
Where we were at. What was that?
Why are you waiting so long? That's another year and some change. That's a long engagement, brother.
Weddings are so expensive that we just wanted to save up and not go in debt with the wedding as well, you know?
Wedding doesn't have to be expensive.
You are correct.
You make it expensive.
Well, so I got to convince her to do the same way.
Man, you know what? As a matter of fact, I bet you this. I'll tell you this much, okay? Hang up the phone, call your girlfriend, okay? Tell her to call back into the show. Tell her to tell Kelly that Anthony told me to call the Ramsey Show because he want to talk to me about wedding and how much we should pay for it. Because here's the thing, America. You know, we do not have to spend a lot of money on getting married. No, we don't have to do it. Who cares if America says we should spend 20 grand, 15 grand? America ain't paying for the bill. Okay? So here's the thing. You set the budget and you get creative with that budget. That's the bottom line. So tell your fiance to give me a call. 888-825-5225. Tell her, hey, just tell her Kelly that Anthony told me to call. And she know. She already know. But in all jokes aside, Miguel, I want you to stay on the line. Kelly's going to pick up. And because you're getting married, I really want to help set this young couple up. 25 years old, good head on your shoulder. I'm going to give you a free year to Ramsey Plus. I want you and your fiance to walk through that together, okay? Together, not solo, but together. And seriously, if your fiance wants to call in and talk to me about wedding advice, I would love to give her some suggestions on how she can get creative with the budget. You know, but it's so funny, you guys, that every time I'm on the show with Dave or even on my show, The Table with Anthony O'Neill, it's so funny how this younger generation, we just feel as if we got to spend a whole bunch of money on a wedding. And you don't have to, okay? Now, if you want to and you have the means to do it, you have the financial resources to do it, cool, great. But if you're in debt, if you barely have a job, no. Man, my sister, she didn't spend $10K. You know, when she got married, y'all. She didn't spend $10,000. And she had a beautiful wedding in the backyard of a beautiful big old house. It was like a mansion. It was almost like 15,000 square feet. And we just rented the backyard, dropped a few $1,000s over there. And the most expensive part is the food. Now, Kelly, this is why I think I'm going to be single for a long time, because I ain't spending a lot of money for the food. You know, I have this problem, Kelly, and America probably ain't going to like me when I say this, but it is what it is, okay? Why do I got to pay for y'all to come celebrate me getting married? Why I got to feed you to come celebrate me getting married? See? You see what I'm saying? Kelly talking, I don't want to look at it because she a woman. I'm going to look over here because we got a debt-free scream coming up next on the next segment, but I don't understand that. I got to spend $15,000 so you can eat at my wedding? I'm not. If I can't afford it, I can't afford it. That's what I'm going to say. That's exactly what I'm going to say. But I'm excited, though, because coming up next on the next segment, you guys, we're going to the debt-free scream stage. We got a young couple out there. I'm excited. I'm pumped. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone to tune into the Ramsey Show. Anthony's on here. Coming up next, we're going to hear how some amazing young people paid off all the debt. This is the Ramsey Show.
Stop paying your overpriced wireless provider and switch to Pure Talk. They use the same network as the larger providers for much less. For just $30 a month, get unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data with no contract. The average family saves over $70 a month by switching to Pure Talk. Just go to puretalk.com and enter the promo code Ramsey to save 50% off your first month. Pure Talk, simply smarter wireless.
The name is Anthony O'Neill right here on The Ramsey Show, and I am excited because we have a dope young couple. I said dope. We have a amazing young couple on the Debt-Free Scream stage, Nathan and Kelly. How y'all doing this afternoon?
Hey, Anthony. Good.
Oh, man. Now, I did say young. Y'all are young, right?
Yeah, I'm 28.
29.
Yeah.
That's going to be so good. Okay. So, Nathan and Kelly, let's start off here. Where do you all live?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay, cool. And how much have you paid off?
$133,410.
$410. Okay, cool. How long did it take you?
3.5 years.
3.5 years. And how much money were y'all making during that time?
We started at around $58,000, and now we're at about $98,000.
Wait. What do y'all do?
I'm a graphic designer.
Okay.
Yep, marketing coordinator.
Graphic designer, marketing coordinator. And you paid off about $134,000.
Yep.
Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. Let's talk about this. What kind of debt is this?
Mostly student loans, but in the beginning there was some credit cards, car loans, all the normal stuff.
Out of the 134, how much of that was student loans?
Close to 100.
Yeah. Just about 100.
$100,000 in student loans, and then the other stuff was just regular stuff, credit cards.
Right.
Yeah.
What else was it? Any cars?
Yeah, 2 cars.
2 cars.
2 cars. Okay. Did y'all sell the cars, or did y'all just pay them off?
We paid them off.
You paid them off. Okay. Y'all are all right with me. So, talk to me about the journey. What happened that got you all on the journey?
So in the beginning, I think I just had heard of it. I started watching the YouTube videos for a while we were both in school.
Okay.
And then he graduated before me, and then I did. And I finally got the book. He was like a little bit resistant, but he's like, well, I can read a book, So he read it, and then we both got excited about it.
So why were you hesitant to read the book in the beginning? Like, honestly, Dave is not here, so you can really tell the truth.
I'm just a spender, like, naturally beforehand. Like, I was just like, I didn't see, like, the point. Like, I was young, and I was like, it'll all get figured out. Like, I don't have to worry about it right now.
Okay.
And we had a big amount.
Yeah.
It seemed impossible.
Yeah, $134,000. I mean, y'all did that in 3.5 years. Like,
Yeah.
Y'all were grinding.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, how did you do it? I mean, what happened? Walk us through this. How did you pay off? What was the number one thing that helped you pay off $134,000?
Yeah, well, we had a big why. We wanted to start a family, and at that point in time, we had no idea how we would do that and actually have the life we wanted.
Wow.
You've talked about that before. That's like your biggest why. And our first couple years of marriage, they weren't great. We were really broke. We couldn't do anything that we wanted to do. We wanted to take our kids on vacation, and about halfway through this journey, we became foster parents. So that's what we're doing now.
Oh man, that has to be a beautiful thing. And you're right. One of the biggest things that I teach is if your why doesn't make you cry, then the price of commitment will make you cry.
Yeah.
And it sounded like your family, your kids were your biggest why. And I honestly love that. What did it take? What was like the key thing to you getting out of debt? What was it? Was it a budget? Was it, what was it?
I think like the budget was key, and just like good communication between each other.
Yeah.
Just because like in the beginning it was rough, like we didn't always agree on everything, but by the end it was like we were in sync. We were having monthly budget meetings and making sure everything, the every dollar budget using the app.
Yeah.
That was really helpful.
Now, what was the hardest thing? Now, I'm curious. As a young couple going on this journey, you're in your 20s, and I'm pretty sure your friends are looking at you like, what are y'all doing? What are you talking about? Like, what was one of the hardest things that you two had to get through?
Yeah, I think that was the hardest thing. We kept it pretty quiet, in the beginning for the first couple of years. I think people just thought we were like homebodies and like just didn't care about stuff, but that's not really what it was. We really just put our blinders on, and I think that's the biggest key, because even if we looked at the whole mountain of debt we had to pay off, we had no idea like how we'd ever get to that point. We just had to worry about today and like the debt we were paying off, like the credit cards in the beginning, and it got hard even after we had done the cars and stuff, and we had to do those big student loan payments. We were like, oh gosh. Yeah, so putting our blinders on and ignoring it. I remember like I didn't want to get a $20 haircut once, and somebody's like, really? Like $20 isn't going to fix anything, but it was the principle of it,
Oh, so. Man, I love it. To the young people listening right now, really to everyone, but I love when I have young people on the stage. I love to hear what's your encouragement to other young millennials that are coming up saying, hey, I don't have to pay off the debt. I'm young. I'm just going to enjoy this. I'm just going to ride it. What would you say to that young person that's listening to you all today on why it's important to avoid debt, or if you have debt, pay it off?
Yeah. If you do nothing, nothing's going to change in your life. And that was, felt almost like we didn't have a choice but to do it, because we didn't want to keep living like that forever.
Yeah.
We actually got it done faster than we expected to, because we just focused so intensely on it.
Yeah. What about you, man?
Yeah, I think, really just keeping your mind on your why too is really important. Like when we started our family and stuff, I just knew like, I wanted to be able to give my kids like things I didn't have.
I love it. They're over here getting emotional, y'all. They're about to make me cry. So what's next? You guys are debt free. What's next for this family?
Learning how to have fun with the money again. Yeah. It's an adjustment,
Yeah.
I mean, like money doesn't make you happy, but it buys you some fun. So we're trying to figure out what things we care about that we're willing to spend money on now.
Listen here. I'm going to tell you that right now. Money doesn't buy you happiness, but it sure enough can play a huge role in you being happy, especially when you don't have any debt. I'm really excited about that. So who were your biggest cheerleaders along this journey?
I don't know. People kind of cheered us on, but I don't think they understood it.
They got it. They just were like, oh, good job. Like, good, keep doing you. But they didn't really get it.
I love it. I love it. Well, you guys, man, this is absolutely amazing. We got a copy of The Legacy Journey for you and the Total Money Makeover, so that way you all can give that to someone else, since you all have already read the book and she forced you to read it. So I want you to give it to someone along your...
He liked it.
Along your journey. So, all right, Nathan and Kelly from Milwaukee, they paid off $134,000 in 3.5 years, making $58,000 and $98,000. Count it down. Let me hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1.
We're debt-free!
Well, you see, I love this. I love coming on the Dave Ramsey Show and seeing a bunch of young people out here taking, this is a 28-year-old, 29-year-old who are now 100% debt-free American. I want you to listen to their heart. They are foster parents. They are sowing seeds into other young people. And I love that, because now they can do that from a debt-free perspective. They can be generous, not just with their time and their home, but now they can actually enjoy their money, enjoy the resources God has trusted them with to honestly be a blessing to someone else. I don't care what no one say. These young people paid off $134,000. Started off making $58,000 a year and ended at $98,000 as a household income, and paid it off in 3.5 years. That is absolutely amazing. I don't care what you say. If you say you can't do it, you're lazy. If you say you can't do it, you're whack. Yeah, I said it, okay? If you say you cannot get out of debt, it just means you simply don't want to get out of debt. And if you believe you can't do it, I challenge you to give me a call. If you can prove to me that you can't get out of debt, I'll bow down. But everyone, all things are possible. I'm about to go out here and celebrate with these young people. This is The Ramsey Show. Yeah, I just had to let that ride out, Ramsey. Bob's in there killing it. I like this guy. I like this music right here on The Ramsey Show. Huh? I ain't say nothing. Oh, I said Bob. Why'd I say Bob? Ben, I'm so sorry. Oh Lord. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to The Ramsey Show. Ben is sitting in for our producer, James Child, and I said Bob. I don't know why I said Bob. I'm so sorry, Ben. You're amazing, man.
That's all right, man.
Yo, you killing the music, man. Actually, you're better than James on the music. I'm going to be real. Don't tell him, though. 888-825-5225 is the number to give us a call. My name is Anthony O'Neill, filling in for the other Ramsey personalities and the lead personality, Dave Ramsey. And all of them are out impacting the world. And so they asked me to do the show. And I said, sure thing. So don't forget, you guys, to find out for yourself why Blinds.com is the #1 online retailer of custom window covering. You get free samples, free shipping, and with the new promos they run every month, you'll save even more. Use promo code Ramsey to get the best deal. Rules and restrictions do apply. So today's question, America, comes from Sophie in Alabama. She says, I'm a college student and about to get married. Well, congratulations. My fiance and I have good savings, but neither of us have a credit card. Good. They just have debit. I love it. Do we need to have credit cards to establish credit, or is it enough to just be debt-free? I took a family finance class and was told I need a credit card. But my mom said that she heard from this show, The Ramsey Show, that it's not necessary. Whoever told you that you need a credit card, wrong. Okay, you don't need a credit card. What you need is financial peace. What you need is financial freedom. What you need is a savings account. What you need to be doing is investing into your future. You don't need debt. You don't need a score. You don't need a credit card so you can become an adult. No, what you need to do is to live below your means and pay for cash for everything so that way you can have financial peace, so you can have financial freedom. Okay? That's what you need. You don't need a credit score. It bothers me when I hear people say, that it's something that I need. And here's the truth. Here's the truth, America. Here's the truth. Here's the truth. I was told the same thing. And I went out there and got a credit card because they told me, well, you need a credit card for emergency. So I did just that. And you know what became an emergency? Taking her out to dinner. That became an emergency. You know what else became an emergency? Buying her roses from 1-800-Flowers.com. You know what else became an emergency? Is buying her a purse. That became an emergency. I didn't need that. No. A credit score doesn't mean that you are successful. I know so many people who have an 800 credit score but don't even have $800 in their savings account. I'm going to say that again. I know so many people who have a 750 credit score and don't even have $300, $400 in their bank account. Do y'all know? I'm on the teacher segment. I'm sorry. I got to calm down. This is the Ramsey Show. But do y'all know that nearly 40% of the people in America today don't even have $400 in their savings account? Nearly 52% of the people in America do not even have $1,000 in their savings account. But we want to talk about having a credit score? No. What you need to do is put money in your savings account. What you need to do is get out of debt. What you need to do is live below your means. That's what you need to do. And I wish somebody taught me that information. Let me tell you what else you need to do. Okay? You need to dream a little bit. You need to dream about starting a business, especially ladies. I believe when you start a business, you have ownership. Okay? And have you been dreaming about starting a business? Or maybe you have a business and you want to take it to the next level. Well, no matter what stage you're at, it's time to make money doing what you love. And the Business Boutique Conference will help you make it happen. On October 14th through 16th, rock star speakers including the one and only Dave Ramsey, Christy Wright, Jasmine Starr, my big sister Nona Jones, and including myself. That's right. We'll cover topics including social media, branding, goal setting, and accounting, and more. Because here's the truth. Running a business can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. Get the inspiration and the practical steps you need to chase your version of success. So I want you all to join us for this 3-day event in person in Nashville. Or Christy has set this up to where you can attend this event via live stream. Now, early bird passes for Business Boutique Conference are on sale right now. So just text boutique to 33789 to learn a lot more. This right here will help you accomplish the things that you need to be doing, which is financial peace, financial freedom. If you can start a business, the number one rising entrepreneur are ladies. Ladies, get to this conference. If you can get a business started, a side business started without racking up any debt, this can produce income to help you pay off your debt, to help you go after your dreams. And this is something that I want you to do. So text boutique to 33789. Connor's with us in Sioux Falls. Good afternoon, Connor. How can we help?
Hey, thanks for taking my call.
Hey, thank you for calling in, man. You just made my day. How can I help you, man?
All right, so I'm going to be like a junior in high school this coming fall, and I have like $15,000, and I really don't know what to do with it.
Wait, whoa, bro. Don't just slide through that. Connor, you got $15,000 cash?
Yeah, I've been working since I was 10. I saved most of it. Gonna have like 20 by the end of the summer.
What were you doing?
Worked at trap grounds till I was 14, then worked fast food the last 2 years and got promoted recently, and yeah.
And you just saving the money?
Pretty much, yeah.
Do you have a car?
Yep.
What kind of car you got?
07 Impala.
Did you pay for it? Did your parents pay for it?
My parents paid for it.
I love it. You going to college?
Yeah, I'm thinking of engineering, just a state school.
Engineering? How's your grades?
4.0.
4.0? I like this young man. 4.0 student, $15,000 cash in his bank account, and he's already working. This is a millionaire by the time he turns 35, guaranteed. So here's what I want you to do, Connor, with the money, man. What I want you to do is keep that money in your savings account, all right? When you get a full ride to your school of choice, all right? I want you to go through the first year without touching that money in the savings account. I want to make sure you can get through college 100% debt-free, okay? If you can get through the first 2 years and you are guaranteed you don't need any money to get through the last 2 years, as far as in you got transportation, you have food, you have everything covered that you would need, gas, all that type of stuff, then I would start investing into a growth stock mutual fund, which is a Roth IRA, all right? I would start doing that. But I do not want you to start investing this money until you know for sure 100% that you can graduate from college 100% debt free. If you think there's going to be a little cost, I want you to keep that money in your savings. So for the first 2 years of college, don't touch it. Leave it there. Make sure your grants, your scholarships, and everything is covering everything. If it doesn't, then yes, I want you to use that money to make sure that you graduate college 100% debt free, because your greatest investment right now is in yourself. Okay. When you can sit here and graduate college 100% debt free, you're going to be 21, 22 years old. I think you're going to graduate college in 3 years, where you going. So you'll be 21, 22 years old, debt-free, a little bit of money in your savings account. You start investing around that time, 15%, bro, man, you're going to be successful. You're going to be successful. I wish I was thinking like you at 15. When I was 15 years old, I was running my mouth, chasing the ladies, playing sports, and trying to hide from my parents. I was not thinking the way you were thinking. So, man, thank you so much for calling in. Thank you so much for representing the young people correctly. And I'm telling you right now, man, your future is going to be so, so bright. Well, that's a wrap for this hour, you guys. I want to thank Ben and Kelly Daniel for taking care of me this hour. And it's going to be a good one. This is The Ramsey Show.
This is James Childs, producer of The Ramsey Show. Did you know The Ramsey Show is one of the most popular podcasts in the world? Subscribe or follow today wherever you listen to podcasts.
This is The Ramsey Show. You can be intentional about your character. You can have money and a career. You are the hero in your story.
Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, broadcasting from the Dollar Car Rental Studio. This is The Ramsey Show, where America hangs out to have a conversation about your life and your money. My name is Anthony O'Neill, host of The Table with Anthony O'Neill. It's the YouTube show and podcast show. And I am hosting The Ramsey Show by myself today, America. So you get me. Our personalities and the lead personality, Dave Ramsey, is out impacting and helping people get out of debt, build wealth. And so they asked me to fill in. I said, absolutely. Why not? As long as Kelly and Ben are here. James missing. I don't know where James is, and but it's all good. Ben is a better music producer than James. Don't tell him though, and we'll be all right. But hey, the number here is 888-825-5225. 888-825-5225. Whenever I'm on the show, you guys, I like to keep it real, relevant, and relatable. I love having a conversation about all things, really. I am the only single personality. And so I love actually encouraging and talking to single people. So if you're a single person and you're having questions around how to date around money, how to, make good relationship decisions around money, or you're just a single person, how do I start attacking my debt or getting out of debt and building wealth as a young single person? Give us a call. If you're anybody, you want to talk about, whatever, life, money, relationships, give me a call. It's going to be a fun hour here, and I would love to talk to you. 888-825-5225 is the number. And Zane is going to kick off this hour in Phoenix, Arizona. And thanks for calling in, Zane. How can we help?
Hey, yo, my man. Thank you so much for taking my call today. It's an absolute honor to be talking to you.
Oh, man, it's an honor to talk to you, man. Thank you so much for calling in. How can I help you today, bro?
Yeah, thank you. So a little bit of background about me. I just graduated from Arizona State. I'm 23. I'm single, graduated with a degree in supply chain management. I have currently about $22,000 worth of debt. After graduating, I got a job working in consulting, so currently making $67,000 a year.
Okay.
So during school, really, important for me, my parents made the sacrifice. They let me live at home. And so I had a good job. I worked as a server, and made a lot of money. And so made a really stupid purchase. I purchased some jewelry. Purchased it for about $4,000, and now it's worth about $10,000. Mm-hmm. And, currently trying to just clean up this debt. And so wondering if, I'm getting close to, clearing that debt up. Like I said, I have that $18,000 to throw at the pile. And so wondering if I should maybe sell this jewelry to close that gap, or if, maybe hanging on to the jewelry isn't such a bad idea after all.
Did you just say you had $18,000 to throw at the pile? So that's all of your jewelry added up is about $18,000?
Oh, no. So I have $18,000 cash. That's not including the jewelry. The debt is $22,000. It's not including my emergency fund or anything. But I was wondering if I should sell the jewelry to kind of close the gap between the 22 and the 18, to kind of make that up, or if to, maybe just kind of keep going along the path I was already on.
Cool. So let me make sure I have this correct. You got $22,000 in debt. You have $18,000 sitting in your savings. Then you have jewelry that's worth $10,000, which means technically you have about $28,000 to your advantage with a $22,000 in deficit with debt, correct?
Correct.
I'm selling the jewelry.
Gotcha.
Instantly. I'm going to sell the jewelry because that's just something that, we did a millionaire study last year, right? We studied over 10,000 millionaires. The number one millionaire study in America. Nobody trumps what we just did. And when we talk to these people, one of the top things that they said they do not invest into is jewelry. They don't invest into gold. They don't invest into things. Only time they invest into jewelry is because they want to get a wedding ring and get some jewelry to actually wear on their fingers and stuff like that. So I will go ahead and sell the jewelry. It's going to put you at $28,000. Boom. I'm going to pay off the debt of $22,000. I will actually go ahead and take that $18K, take 17 of that, go ahead and put that towards that. Once you sell the jewelry, pay off the rest of your debt, and then go ahead and get you 3 months. Are you still living with your parents right now?
I am, but currently I'm about to move out in about a month.
Okay. $67,000 a month. A year. You live in Arizona, so rent's going to be good. Okay.
Yep.
Do you have a car note?
I do. Yeah, $5,000.
$5,000. That's a part of the $22,000 of debt.
It is. Yeah, and then the rest is student loans.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and pay off your car today. I need you to hang up for me and go pay off your car today. Okay.
Today, yes, sir.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, follow me on Instagram. Send me a screenshot of you paying off your car $5,000. I'm gonna give you 2 hours to do that. I expect by the time I get off of the Ramsey Show, that you've paid off your car. And so
you got it, man.
I want proof of that. Okay. And then from there, I want you to pay off the rest of this stuff. And then this is what I want you to do. Have you taken, because you're young, Zane, have you taken Financial Peace University through our Ramsey Plus?
I haven't, no.
You haven't? Okay. Would you like to?
Yes, sir.
If I stepped down the limb and asked Kelly to give it to you for free, will you do it?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Let me ask you this question. Why will you do it?
Well, a big motivation for me growing up. So my dad was a taxi driver, supporting a family of 5. And so kind of watching him struggle growing up has been a big motivation for me and kind of put a fire, under me. And so, kind of to honor his name and change my family tree is the reason for sure.
Okay. All right. I like your why. Here's the thing, Zane. I want you to stay on the line. Kelly's going to get you a copy. It's going to be 1 free year on myself to put you through Ramsey Plus for free. You're going to get the Every Dollar budgeting tool for free as well. You're going to get on a clear budget, man. And you are going to live below your means. You are going to hang up from me, and within the next 2 hours, you're going to pay off your car. And then you're going to get on Instagram and you're going to screenshot it and tag me in it at Anthony O'Neill. Look for that blue check mark. That's right. And then I'm going to reshare it, and we're going to show the whole world that this young 23-year-old just paid off his car, and within the next 30 days, he's going to sell his jewelry and be 100% debt free. And then you're going to give me another Instagram when you pay it off, and I'm going to bring you onto my show. And we're going to talk about your journey. And then I'm going to walk you through how do you become successful? How do you build true wealth? If we can start at getting these young people at 20, 23 years old, thinking about the future, thinking about legacy, thinking about generational wealth, thinking about building true wealth, man, America will be in a much better place. So, Zane, stay on the line. Kelly's going to take care of you. She's going to give you a free year subscription of Ramsey Plus. You're going to hang up from her. You're going to pay off your car. You're going to screenshot that and share it to me on Instagram stories. Then within the next 30 days, you're going to pay off your debt. You will be a millionaire within the next 20 years. And you probably won't be single too much longer because ladies love a debt-free man. This is The Ramsey Show.
Life is full of firsts. As the first and longest-serving Christian health cost-sharing ministry, CHM has shared medical expenses for its members since 1981. We believe you should have the freedom to focus on your health while being supported by a community of believers, giving you the opportunity to create many more firsts.
Welcome back to the Ramsey Show, America. My name is Anthony O'Neill, Ramsey personality, doing the Ramsey Show by myself today. Now, according to the United States Census Bureau, nearly 1 in 10 people relocated last year. And you guys, that was in 2020. That means this year, there's a good chance you or someone you know is planning a huge move. Now, I know it feels like there are 1,000 unknowns you're juggling when you're relocating, but you cannot lose focus of one of the most important personal and financial factors in your move, your housing. Now, I recommend hiring a quality real estate agent like one of our endorsed local providers or ELPs to help you find the right home in your city. ELPs are top performing experts in their local market and have years, and I mean years of experience helping folks just like you and I to make a successful move. Okay. It's easy to get instantly connected with an endorsed local provider agent. Just go to RamseySolutions.com/agent to talk with Ramsey trusted agent about how they can help with your relocation. Again, that's RamseySolutions.com/agent. And one of the main reasons why I endorse and promote our ELPs is because I've used them. For both times, I built a home, and recently I sold my home during the pandemic and moved into another home during the pandemic. And my ELP, endorsed local provider, you guys, actually made about an extra $30,000 on a house than what I thought my house was worth. He priced it right, and he told me to be patient. And within a matter of 2 hours, we had a offer above asking, and then we went back and they came back and offered me some more money. Now, here's the best thing about it with our ELPs. He said, okay, now we've sold your house. We got to get you into another house. And so we went down to downtown Nashville to get us a nice little townhome with a nice little rooftop balcony, you know. And the house was a little bit too expensive. You know, I was like, I don't want to, that's a little out of my budget. Now, if he can come down to my budget, I'll do it. But you know me, okay? I got to be within my budget. Bottom line, I cannot go over by $1. He said, okay, I got you. And y'all, within a matter of 3 days, he calls me back and he says, hey, I got the house down to your budget. We need to put an offer in. And I said, okay, cool. Let's put the offer in. They accepted my offer below the budget. So not only did he make me money, he also saved me a lot of money. And I walked into my new home with equity in it. And so these ELPs, you guys, we're not just saying this just to be throwing fluff out there. No, I'm actually living this out. Okay. I use my ELP. I've used them 2 times. And when I move again, I would use, honestly, the same ELP because I trust them. They are good. They are experts. And so I really want you to go to RamseySolutions.com/agent. If you or a family member is moving, let us help you save money and make money. Nathan is with us in Omaha. Good afternoon, Nathan. How can we help?
Hey, thanks for taking my call.
Yeah.
So I have an interesting kind of situation coming up here. It's like a financial crossroads, you might say.
Okay.
So my parents are looking at selling their house this year because the market's nice and hot, and they're probably going to get the most premium for the money on it. They want to give my wife and I $60,000 off of that sale. We currently have $35,000 in savings. And by the time we'd like to look at buying next year, we should have between $110,000 and $120,000 in cash.
Okay.
We just paid off all of our credit card debt. We're working on getting the vehicles paid off. We're projected to have those paid off by the end of the year, which just leaves my student loan. Student loan is at $120,000, so we're going to hit a point where we're going to have $120,000 in cash and $120,000 on student loans.
Pay off your loans.
Pay off the loans, just nuke it.
I mean, pay off the loans, man. I want you debt free, and I know, Nathan, it's not a popular thing. I know you're like, oh my gosh, man, I could be, man, I can go. No, listen here, man. How old are you and your wife?
So I'm 30. The wife is 26.
Oh yeah, so you're young. So I want you to think about this. Now, how much do you all make in a household right now?
So last year we made $166,000. This year we'll probably make about $175,000. And we both put in for promotions. So next year I think we're going to be right at $200,000.
Okay, cool. And you're in Omaha. What is the average house go for us? Like if you went to go purchase a home today, how much would it cost you? Like what's your dream home in the area?
We're looking in the range of $200,000 to $300,000. So average, $225,000, $250,000.
Okay. And how long do you think it would take you to save up 20% of that?
So that'd be about $50,000. So if we were debt free today, saving that up would probably be 7-8 months.
Yeah. All right. So let's dream here, brother. I want you to follow me. You get this money from your mom, from your parents. You're going to have about $120,000, right?
Yeah.
You already have $30,000. You said $35,000 in your savings account right now, right?
Right.
Okay. Immediately, I'm going ahead and just dumping all of that into paying off your debt now. Then when you sell the house, right, I'm taking that money, putting that towards the debt. So if I'm hearing you correctly, by the beginning of next summer, you could be 100% debt free, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Then by the end of next year, you can have $50,000 sitting in your savings account?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this means within the next 2 years, you could be into your home, and the only debt that you have is a mortgage. Now, here's why I'm saying within the next 2 years, because it's going to take you 1 year to pay off the debt. Then I need you to spend at least 3 months stacking up at least a 3-month emergency fund. Okay. Then you need to go ahead and save up that 20%. So that way you can put down on that. Then on top of the 20%, you probably need to stack up at least another $10K for moving expenses and some extra things to get into your home. So by the time you turn 32 years old, and by the time your wife turns 28, you can be 100% debt-free, homeowner, millennials, killing the game. That is beautiful to me. I would rather do that than to rush into a home and then I'm still bound in debt. Nah, man, I want you to get into the home, have freedom, have peace, enjoy your wife, enjoy your life. Y'all can get out there and just have the financial peace. And you wake up on the first of the month and the only thing you have to pay for is your mortgage, utilities, and insurance bills and eat. That's it. That's it. That's peace, man. And then from there, here's the thing, Nathan. I want you to get into that thing 15-year fixed rate. And when you get there, man, I want you to attack this mortgage. Can you imagine being 100% debt-free on path to being a multimillionaire by the time you turn 45 years old?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'd like to do.
That's it. No. Don't say that's what you like to do. Say that's what you will be doing. Think about it. Your wife. Come on now, let's be real, man. Can I be real with you, Nathan? Well, I only got like 30 seconds. Can I be real with you? Ladies love financial security. Let's just be honest. Okay?
True.
They love it. You know, when you're a man, when you're leading, you know, when y'all are leading together, when you're providing, you know, financial security, emotional security for your wife, ladies love that. So go ahead and pay off the debt. And then, man, when y'all pay off that house, man, take her to wherever she want to go. Say, baby girl, where do you want to go? Wherever she says she want to go, take her. If it costs you 10 grand, you take her there. Okay? I'm telling you right now, if I'm in your shoes, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that right there. Man, I'm excited for you, man. We good, Nathan?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, man.
It's a big pill to swallow, you know, but I guess you just got to rip that Band-Aid off and get it done.
Hey, man, listen here. Successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Nothing extraordinary happens within inside of people's comfort zone. It's going to be uncomfortable, but that's what you're here for. To be uncomfortable so you can be successful. Don't allow your comfort zone to become your kill zone. Don't allow what's comfortable to you to kill your dreams and your goals and your vision. Nah, step outside of your comfort zone. Be uncomfortable for the next 2 years. In the next 15 years, you're going to be amazing. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Woo! Boy, I'm loving this, boy. I'm loving this. James, I'm going to tell Dave he can take off all he wants. I'll tell the other personalities too. Hey, this is The Ramsey Show. We'll be right back. Welcome back to The Ramsey Show. My name is Anthony O'Neill, Ramsey personality, and I am so excited because during this segment, we have Mitchell and Alexa on the Debt-Free Scream stage. How y'all doing?
Great. How are you?
Man, so where y'all from?
Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Ann Arbor, Michigan. Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get straight to it. How much did you pay off?
I paid off just over $68,000, and I want to say that it was my debt-free journey, but since we got married 3 days ago, it became our legacy.
What? 3 days ago?
3 days ago.
Like 3 days ago from today?
From today.
I love it. All right, so how long did it take you with her praying with you?
It took me 20 months.
20 months. All right, cool beans. And how much were you making during those 20 months?
I started netting 30 and finished with 45.
What? 30 to 45, and you paid off $68,000 in about a year and 8 months. Man, so what do you do for a living?
I own a lawn and landscape company.
Oh, man, this is amazing. The last young kid was just talking about he wouldn't do a lawn. Oh, this is amazing. Landscaping. Man, I wish you lived closer. I'll hire you today. So, all right. So what type of debt was it?
It was everything. It was tires, phone, lawnmower, loan from my parents, student loans, 2 vehicles, everything.
You had wait. You were single. You had 2 cars?
I had 2 trucks. Yep.
2 trucks. One for the business and one for the personal?
Yeah.
Okay. And tires?
Yep. That was probably the first debt I ever got, was getting new tires.
Oh, man. So 20 years ago, what got you on this journey? What said, you know what? Hey, I need to get my life together.
So it started a little bit before 20 months ago. Alexa sent me a quote, "Live like no one else, so later you can live like no one else." And I was like, cool, sounds great. And then one of my clients that I mowed for, he asked me, "What do you listen to while mowing lawns?" And I told him just country music, whatever. And but I do get sick of music very quickly because I listen to it all day, every day. And he said, "You should try podcasts." So I was like, all right. Went on Spotify, looked up business podcasts, and Dave Ramsey was the first one to pop up. So I started listening to him, and I was like, dang, I could do this. I need to provide what kind of life do I want to provide for my future wife? Because we were dating at the time, starting to get serious. And do I want to go into marriage with a ton of debt or be debt free?
So when did y'all start dating, Alexa?
Started dating in 2017. So
it's been a while.
Yeah.
So what made you give him the Dave Ramsey book and stuff like that? What were you trying to send him a little message, or were you just like, this is pretty cool? Or were you like, hey, you need to get this fixed if we gonna get married?
Well, so I had taken in my high school. They offered the class for financial peace, and so I took that as a senior in high school. And then I actually had paid off some of my student loan debt as well, all my student loan debt. The first year I was out of college, and so that was, that was at the point that he was starting to get into it too. And I had a chunk of cash sitting in my bank account, and I had student loans that I could pay a large chunk of. So I did that. But then really just just when we started thinking about the future and what our legacy was going to look like doing that together and just having that vision for the future, really.
So what was your why? Like, why did you be like, hey, I want to get out of debt?
My why is 100% standing right next to me.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, do we want to go in struggling with money, or do we want to go into marriage completely free?
And I think that's why she said yes as quick.
Yeah, and it's been awesome. Like, since or leading up to marriage and getting married, we paid for all of our furnishing in cash, paid for the wedding in cash, paid for a truck in cash. Like, it's been awesome. We're free to do whatever we want because we're debt free and have good incomes.
This is lovely. I love it. All right, so let's rewind. What did you do to get out of debt? Because you started off making $30,000. Now let's be honest, that's not a lot of money.
No.
And everyone who says, "Well, $30,000, I can't pay off of no debt," but then you did it. So give us that journey a little bit. How did you do it?
So we stopped going on as fancy dates.
No.
So that sucked for her a little bit, but she knew why. That dream truck that I had, the sweet lifted Hemi, all the good stuff, I sold that.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. And then towards the end of the journey, I also moved back in with my parents, lived rent-free.
I am so sorry.
Yeah, I was living alone for quite a few years, and it was a little tough moving back in home, but it was worth it.
It was definitely worth it, man. I hear you. Now, what would you say was the hardest thing? I'm asking you this, Alexa. Watching your fiance at the time, your now husband, go through this journey, what was one of the hardest things you think he had to endure and encounter during that time?
I would say, definitely just I haven't experienced living out of my parents' home until we got married here, but I think the moving back home was a huge sacrifice, and that was also, I'm actually from Jackson, Michigan, so about 30-40 minutes from Ann Arbor, and he was moving back to Ann Arbor with his parents, so we were, for both of us, it was difficult being 40 minutes apart after being so close together for a few years, but yeah, I think that the Lord really just helped us during that time, and I think our relationship, both through the debt-free journey and then also just that distance, just helped us grow even closer and stronger before heading into marriage. So
yeah, I love it. I love it. So what would you say is the key to getting out of debt?
Definitely stick to the budget. That helped me a lot. And then have your why.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't have done it without knowing that I was doing it for Alexa and our future family.
Yeah, I really do love that. So you went up by $15,000. What'd you do to go up?
Just acquired more clients. The business has just been booming, and then this year it's going to be even greater. It's been insane how much the pandemic has helped, and it's just gone up from the start, and it's looking like it's just going to keep going up.
Yeah, I'm looking for a guy like you to come out to my house, man. I wish you lived in Nashville.
Hey, it's only a 8-hour drive. I can come do it for you.
Hey, man, listen, we'll talk after. We'll talk on the break. So, who were your biggest cheerleaders along the way?
Definitely Alexa, pushing me through it. I have another friend named Tom that he's doing his debt-free journey right now too, and we kind of just talked and every so often just checked to see where we were at. And he definitely was cheering me on too. And my parents were supportive. I mean, they let me move back home, so I couldn't have. I mean, it was towards the end, but still that push of not having to pay rent made it that much quicker. And if I didn't move home, I don't think I could have done it before the wedding.
Yeah. You moved back in your home, made some extra money, stopped going out on fancy dates, had to tell people no, so you can eventually tell her yes.
Oh yeah, this is our honeymoon. We haven't held back too much because we got the money to do it. Got the money.
Did people think you were crazy?
I got a couple naysayers and a couple not to make him feel bad, but my brother made fun of me a lot.
Well, your brother's going to be loving you now. You're debt free, and he's going to try and follow your footsteps. And I absolutely love it. So how does it feel to be 100% debt free, newly married, walking into the future with no bondage?
I mean, it feels amazing. Like he said, I think really just the Lord's faithfulness throughout this time, but then also just like he'd mentioned, being able to pay for the wedding in cash, furnishing with all new furniture, our first home in cash, and him buying a truck recently, us buying a truck in cash. I think has just been really a testament to the Lord's faithfulness, really, and just being good stewards of what He's given us. So,
I love it. No, I really do love it. Well, you guys, I'm just excited to hear your story. Excited to hear your journey. So we got a copy of the Legacy Journey for you and the Total Money Makeover. Since you all have both already read it, we want you to pass it forward to someone else, maybe to your friend or maybe to your brother. Does your brother have any debt?
Yeah, he's got debt.
He needs the book. We'll give him the book. All right. So we have Mitchell and Alexa from Ann Arbor, paid off $68,000 in 20 months, making $30,000 to $45,000 a year. Count it down for us. A debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1. We're debt free.
Let's go, man. Listen, man. Today has been an amazing day. Seeing two people do a debt-free scream. This is what it's all about, America. Keep it locked, because when we come back, we have some more good information for you. This is The Ramsey Show. Welcome back to The Ramsey Show. My name is Anthony O'Neill, Ramsey personality, filling in for the other personalities and our lead personality, Dave Ramsey, in their absence today. It's been a great day. It's been a great hour. I want to encourage you all, if you are a young person, and I think everyone's young, but if you're in the 20s and the 30s, I want to encourage you to go over to my YouTube channel and watch my show, The Table with Anthony O'Neill. This week, I am talking about the 10 things to not do with your paycheck. And the reason why I did this video is because I remember getting my paycheck when I was 25 years old, and I would get my paycheck on a Friday, and by the time it turned around to the following Wednesday, I was broke. I didn't know where my money went, and I did all kinds of things with my paycheck. I didn't invest it. I didn't budget it, and so I really spent about 45 minutes at the table. I pulled up the whiteboard. And I literally write down, do not do this with your paycheck. Do this with your paycheck. This is what you need to do. This is how you invest it. This is how you start paying off your debt. Here's the 4 things you need to be spending your money on first. And I really want to encourage you to go over to my YouTube show, because I'm trying to be very, very detailed and making sure that I'm creating videos and show topics that are really helping young people really identify how to really become successful. And there's 4 things that I'm really focusing on within my brand, within my show. And the number one thing here is everything starts with a spiritual foundation. Okay. And then when you have a good, strong spiritual foundation, we're going to talk about your network. Okay. Who's speaking into your life? Whose life are you speaking into? What kind of friends are you surrounding yourself with? Who are you dating? Are you dating the right person? No, I'm not a relationship expert, but I do understand that your network impacts your net worth. See where I'm going? So that's the next thing that I talk about is your net worth. How do you build a positive net worth? You do this by getting out of debt. You do this by following our baby steps. You do this by having a plan for your money that is congruent and working hand in hand with your life, with your vision for where you're going. But you really can't know where you're going if you're not really putting something positive into your mind. And that's the last thing that I talk about is our mindset. I'm teaching people to mind their business. Not really to mind their business as far as instead other people's business, which we should be doing. But I'm teaching them that their mind is a business. And if we can be hyper intentional, hyper focused around our spiritual walk, around our network, around our net worth, and around our mindset, we will be successful. And so in this week's video, I really lay down the 10 things you do not need to do with your money when you get paid. And these things are crucial. And I made all of these mistakes. And so if you are someone who's 20 years old, 30 years old, or if you know someone in that age bracket, please go over to my YouTube channel, watch the video, share the video, and I promise you, you will learn something on this. Again, that's the youtube.com/Anthony O'Neill. It's called The Table with Anthony O'Neill. We have almost 300,000 subscribers over there, and I'm just so happy that you all are trusting me with giving you the information. So Aaron is with us in Pensacola, Florida. Good afternoon, Aaron. How can I help?
Hey, good afternoon, Anthony. Well, I have a problem with my wife and buying a new vehicle. Our family recently expanded. In the last 3 years, we've had 3 children, and we purchased a new car, an SUV, 2 years ago when we only had 1 child. We're running into the dilemma that we might need to get a minivan, that sort of thing. Currently, we can't fit everybody into the SUV, including my mother-in-law and the dog, and all go somewhere. I own 2 cars right now, both free and clear. I paid off the new car, and I have a legacy vehicle passed down from my grandmother that's in pretty good shape, but it is 20 years old. My concern is if I sell this recently purchased car from the last 2 years, I've gotten some price quotes and everything. I'll probably lose about $7,000 from what I paid for it. I want to purchase, say, a pre-owned minivan for around $27,000, and the gap that I would have in selling my recent car would be about $7,000. Now, my thoughts are that my wife thinks I should sell my older legacy vehicle. I believe I should keep it, and we should, sell our newer car because it's paid off. We have cash, and to go ahead and buy the new one. So I really don't know what's probably the best decision, money-wise. We have about $17,000 in savings. If we would have to come out for the new vehicle, we'd want to pay for it cash. But we're really just not sure, should I keep the newer vehicle because, it's only 2 years old, it's still under warranty, it's reliable, or should I just try to sell it and keep my legacy asset and get my wife a new car?
Okay, cool. Let's start with the basic financials. What are you making a year right now? Household income?
I make around $50,000 a year, and that's going to increase to about $55,000 starting in a month from now.
Okay.
I'm going to be on a new pay scale. I work for the government, so
love it. All right, so right now you're making $50,000, okay, which could go up to about $55,000. Is your wife working at all?
No, she's a full-time stay-at-home mom,
Love
and
it.
with the 3 kids.
Love it. You have any debt right now, Aaron?
We have 0 debt.
Okay.
We own other than a mortgage we took out a year ago, and we've been paying on that, like double payments when we can.
Cool.
And then also I contribute to a TSP.
Cool.
For my savings. I put about 15% of my income into that. So we've got a pretty good cushion.
Real quick, Aaron, because we're about to go to a break. If you sold your old car legacy, how much could you sell it for?
Right now I could sell it for $22,000.
The old car for $22,000.
No, the old car I'd probably get maybe in this market $1,500 to $2,000. It's low mileage and in excellent mechanical condition.
Okay, cool. Here's what I would do if I'm in your shoes. You can't go wrong with either or. Okay. How much is the other car worth? Your new car?
Right now, if I were to sell it, I'd get $22,000 for it.
$22,000. All right, cool. So here's the thing that we teach. We want to make sure that your car's values do not add up to more than 50% of your income. Well, you're only making $50,000, so this means that the new car that you have is worth more than half your income. But since you already have it paid off, I like the fact of you having a reliable car. I do not believe you need to spend $27,000 to get a brand new car, be it a brand new van for your wife. I think you can go out there and find you a good, reliable car for about in between $10,000 and $12,000. So if I'm you, I'm selling the old school legacy car because it's going to require you to put some money into it in the future months to keep it running and going. Okay, so I would take that money, put that on top of the $10,000, and then go buy a quality used van. Now you have two quality paid for cars, and you're not buying any more cars no time soon. Okay, because your income just doesn't justify it. All right. And so what I would do, that's what I would do. Now, if you want to sell the new car and keep the used car, then you need to up your savings account, go buy a van, but you got to up your savings account because you're going to run into issues with that older car. So with it already being paid for, I like keeping the quality up underneath warranty car, get you a good quality van, and then really focus on getting your income up and focusing on building your wealth long term. So those are my 2 cents on that. I definitely am appreciative of you calling in. It's been amazing. It's been amazing in America, talking to you all throughout this hour. James Child, our producer, is back in the building. He decided to take off half of the show, but I'm happy to have him back. And Kelly Daniel is still with us. Hey, that's the wrap for this hour. We'll see you all again soon.
It's Kelly, associate producer and phone screener for The Ramsey Show. If you would like to do your debt-free screen live on the show, make sure you visit theramseyshow.com and register. We would love for you to come to Nashville and tell Dave your story.
This is The Ramsey Show. You can be intentional about your character. You can have money and a career. You are the hero in your story.
Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, broadcasting from the Dollar Car Rental Studio. This is The Ramsey Show, where America hangs out to have a conversation about your life and your money. My name is Anthony O'Neill, Ramsey personality, and also the host of the YouTube and podcast show, The Table with Anthony O'Neill. And I am hosting solo today. Dave Ramsey and other amazing personalities are out here impacting the world, and they asked me to step in. And I told them, sure, along as James Child and Kelly Daniel and Ben is in the building. Not Bob, but Ben. 888-825-5225 is the number. Anytime that I'm on the show, you guys know, whether I'm with Dave or any of the other personalities or by myself, I like to keep it real, relevant, and relatable for all people. And I have a special heart, for younger people who are in their 20s and 30s. And I love all people, but as the only single personality, I really love talking to single, young, thriving people who want to be successful. And so if you want to call in today's show and talk about your money, talk about single life, what should you do? How should you date? How should you even go about adding dating to your budget? That's right, because I'm on a mission to get our young people dating on a budget. Stop dating above their means, date within their means. So if you're young, if you're single, or if you're older and you're single, you just want to get some advice, give me a call. I love talking. I believe that the value of my advice is exactly what you paid for it. Nothing. I'm just playing. Hey, Bailey is in Oklahoma. Good afternoon, Bailey. How can we help?
Hi, Anthony. Thank you for taking my call. I have a home buying question I hope you could help me with.
Yeah.
My husband and I just found out we were expecting our third child.
Wow. Congrats.
And thank Thank you. And so we're trying to, our house is very small. We're wanting to get it on the market and sell it, but we don't know if we should rent with the market being the way it is or if we should purchase.
Okay. All right. So you may have said this, but I might have slipped up and missed it. Are you currently owning right now, or are you renting?
We own the home.
Okay.
When we sell it, we're kind of waiting on everything. Like we're going to get a Smart Buster Pro, and we're expecting maybe to get 100. 110 is what we're thinking we'll get for it, which would leave us with maybe a $70,000 to $80,000 down payment on our next house.
Okay. So you're expecting about $110,000 in equity, correct?
Well, the house is about $20,000 from being completely paid off.
Okay. And how much are you going to sell it for?
Well, that's what we're hoping is to get 100 or 110. It's not on the market quite yet.
Okay. So you have about 70 to 80K to put down. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
And then tell me this: do you have any other debt right now?
No, we are debt free.
I love it. You are 100% debt free. Okay, and what are you all making a year right now? Household.
$120,000.
Okay, $120,000 in household income. And if you were to go buy a house today, how much do you think you would have to pay?
Like what are we thinking budget for a house?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Very top, 250. We're probably wanting to keep it down to the 220s, 230s.
Yeah, 220, 230 in Oklahoma City right now in this market. I mean, I think that might be a little tough. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I do believe it's a little tough.
That's me being cheap. We could probably do 240, 250 range, but.
Yeah, well, with your household income at 120, 25% of your net pay, yeah, you could probably afford right around there, up to about 250, in a very comfortable situation. Let me ask you this: what's wrong with renting until this housing situation gets a little bit better? Because here's the thing: I don't mind you selling your house and getting every dollar for it and then some, but I do have a problem with you overpaying to get another house.
Oh, yes. Yes, we don't have a problem with renting. We've been looking, and it's hard to find. Our rent houses are kind of hard to find right now.
How old are your kids?
Baking 4 and 2.
So you have 4, 2, and a newborn on the way.
Yes.
Okay, so if you
and 2 dogs.
And 2 dogs. Okay, so what do you think? How many bedrooms do you think you have to have for that? Let's say if you're going to sacrifice for the next 2 years, save up some more money. How many bedrooms could you get by with?
3.
Okay, you need 3 minimum. Okay, and can you find a 3-bedroom apartment?
Well, the dog. I have a very, very large dog, and we have lawn equipment and stuff. So it would be hard to store that in an apartment.
Yeah, I understand. I have a very large dog too. She's very large, and so I totally understand about that. But I could still, if I had to, I could still live in an apartment. But I understand you have 2 kids, 1 on the way. Here's my thing. I'm going to suggest that you rent because I don't see you paying right now. I don't see you getting a good deal. I will not move into the house if I'm paying 100% of what the house is worth. I'm going to get a good deal. Even when I built my house, they gave me a good deal on building the house. When I just bought my new house within the last few months, they came down quite a bit on the price because I want a good deal. I'm not going to give you 100%, and I'm definitely not giving you 101+%. And so when I'm saying look at your options, give yourself a timeline, a deadline. I'll say, okay, if we can take the equity that we can get from the house, if we can find a house that's within our budget, that's for a great deal, let's move forward. Not saying that it's impossible. I'm just saying it's going to be hard because as soon as the houses are going on the market right now, they're selling like hotcakes. And for right now, a lot of them selling for more than what they're actually worth. And then let's say, for an example, if you don't find something by then just go rent something. And I think I'm estimating about 12 to 18 months, we should see the housing market kind of shift a little bit. And then from there, you and your husband will be in a better situation because you all will actually now have more money in your savings account. But I want to recommend to you, Bailey, is to spend these next, if you go into an apartment, I want you to spend these next 12 to 18 months trying to live, extremely way below your means. So this way, you can go out there and get the house that you really want and get the house that you can raise your kids up in as they're going through middle school and high school, And so I'm thinking maybe bare minimum a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom house, 16 to 2,200 square feet, nice backyard for your kids and for your dog. And I think if you can just sacrifice for the next 12 to 18 months, you're not racking up any debt. You're dropping money into your savings account. You're eating at home. You're out here shopping and looking around. I think you'll be happy over the next 18 months when you get that house that you dream for. But don't rush into it just to get into a home and overpay. But spend some time. Think about it. Pray on it. And you never know what God would do. Man, 888-825-5225. It's your boy, Anthony O'Neill, the host of The Table with Anthony O'Neill, and I'm on The Ramsey Show today, taking your phone calls. Give me a call. I will let it talk to you.
What makes our show unique is that we genuinely care about our listeners. We're intentional about choosing the best advertisers to recommend. Blinds.com is no exception. They offer high-quality window treatments at unbelievable prices, and they make it simple to shop blinds, shades, and interior shutters with easy online ordering, free shipping, and a guaranteed perfect fit. Go to Blinds.com and take advantage of this week's special savings.
Welcome back to The Ramsey Show. My name is Anthony O'Neill, Ramsey personality. And in the last segment, we were talking about the housing market and how hot it is. Because it is. The housing market is hot. And your house could be worth a lot more today as well than what it was when you first bought it. So that means your old insurance policy might not give you enough coverage anymore. And what's the point of paying for insurance that won't swing the cost to repair or rebuild your home? If your home's value has gone up or it's been over a year since you checked your homeowner's policy, talk to one of our endorsed local providers. These independent agents will compare multiple quotes to find the best coverage for your home. And here's the key word, your budget. Text HOME, HOME, to 33789. Again, that's HOME to 33789. And talk with a trusted insurance pro about finding the right coverage for you and your family. Chantel is with us in Houston, Texas. Good afternoon, Chantel. How can we help?
Hey, good afternoon. Thank you for having me. I'm a huge fan of yours and the Dave Show. So I'm going to try to keep it concise for you.
Okay.
I'm 33-year-old woman. I live in Houston. I'm single, and I'm a full-time teacher. I make $56,400.
Okay.
I do Uber sometime on the side, and I have a health coaching business that I've started that I'm not currently making any money in, but I'm working on it. And I feel like I've been budgeting, I've been doing the things, but I'm not saving anymore, and I'm not paying any extra towards my debt because I feel like I'm really just getting by. And so I'm trying to find ways to reduce my debt right now because it's really making me feel like a little desperate. I do want to be debt free, and I feel like unless it's just a lot of stress around like trying to grow a business that's not making any money and trying to find ways to hustle to pay off this debt without taking away from that. And so I came up with the idea yesterday of what if I sold my vehicle? I have about $80,000 in debt.
Okay.
$20,900 comes from the vehicle. $6,500 comes from consumer debt, which were investments that I made in coaches to help me grow my business, and the rest is student loans. The vehicle itself is worth about $14,000, but being a dumb kid in my 20s and rolling over into my 30s, I've rolled over my old debt into a new vehicle. And so I'm negative in that vehicle. And so what I thought about doing is going to a dealership and trading it in for a used car to lower the actual debt. So it's all in with the negative equity and the car payment being under $10,000. I feel like I would be able to get rid of that sooner than the 2 years that it would take to pay it off.
Yeah, but what you're going to do is just roll over that negative equity as well, though, into that, Chantel. So I think what we got to do is just step back and reassess the entire financial situation. Mm-hmm. So you make $56,400 a year, right?
Yeah.
When you do Uber, like if you were to get hyper intentional, how much extra can you make a month Ubering?
Well, I just started that back because I was really relying on my business growing. But if I wanted to really go full time into doing that, especially being off for the summer, I could add about another 1,000 or so.
A month?
Safely. Yeah, a month. Probably even more. I was going to say you can do a little bit more than that. Well, yeah, but in my mind, I'm also thinking it costs for gas, it costs for all that stuff. So even though you make money, you also lose it by having to replace the gas and stuff like that. But yes, I could probably do about 2,000 extra a month. Okay, 2,000 extra a month, right there. All right, sounds good. During the summer, for sure. Yeah, and then you're a school teacher, so I definitely appreciate your service and helping our young people. Thank you. Yeah, for sure. Now, okay, so we got $2,000 extra a month that we can get right there, right? Mm-hmm. So that'll bring you up to right around like 70. And then you have $7,000 in debt, $20,000, $900 in a car. What kind of car is it? It's a 2018 Jeep Cherokee. You got a lot of miles on it? It's only 35,000 miles on it. Yeah. But you wrote in a lot of negative equity. About $6,000, and so that I'm actually in the CarMax bathroom because I was gonna go get it appraised to see if I could go trade it in for something lower. Because I feel like if I had a lower wait, overall, you at CarMax right now? Yeah. Oh no. You know what I'm saying? Listen here. When we get off the phone, listen here, Chantel. You're gonna walk straight out, walk right past the salesman. Okay, I would tell you to do that right now, but no, I need to hear you clearly. So I want you to say right there in the bathroom. Yes. This is dope. I like this. I'm talking to her in the bathroom. This one I'm talking about. She's serious about this life. I got to talk to Anthony. I need to get out of debt. That's right, girl. You stay right there in the bathroom. I do. I need to get out of debt. All right, so let's do this. All right, how much money do you have in your savings account right now? $1,500. Okay, $1,500. Okay, you're gonna keep that. Mm-hmm. You're gonna keep that in your savings account right now. All right. Mm-hmm. So you have a couple of options. You have some options here. Right now, what you got to figure out is that car. That car is a huge problem. So I would not suggest trading it in and then stacking on more debt. What I would advise you to do is sell the car. Okay. And then whatever you can sell the car for, then go take out a personal loan for the difference. Now, listen to what I'm saying here. If you can sell the car for $16,000, then what I'm saying is go get a loan for $4,500 to do the difference, or whatever that math is. So you go down from $20,900 in debt to only $5,000 in debt. Now, the problem is going to be that you need to pay cash for a used car. This means that you're not going to be able to drive a CarMax car because you're going to drive past CarMax when you get off the phone with me. Okay. Yes. Right. So that's what I would recommend is go back to Kelley Blue Book, see what you can privately sell the car for.
And then whatever they say private sale is, you sell it for that. Then I am okay with you going to get a personal loan to replace the difference. Okay. And then that goes inside of your debt snowball. But then the next thing is you're going to need to use your emergency fund to go ahead and buy you a cash car. And I'm talking about here, Chantel, you need to be spending right around $2 to $3 grand to get you a cash car. Okay. So this means that you may need to keep your car so you can get a little bit more money up, to go buy a cash car. But that's the first process. Do not trade this in, because a car salesman is going to talk you into something that's not going to be a wise move for you. All right. Okay. Then from there, you're just going to take the debt snowball method. You're going to line up all your debt from smallest to largest, make all your minimum payments. You're going to be out there Ubering, Chantel. Like, you're going to be out there Ubering from sun up to sun down. You are 33 years old. You're single. You have any kids?
No.
Yeah. So right now you have no kids. Right now you have no kids. You have no friends. You have no boyfriend. You don't have nothing. You don't have time for nothing right now. The next 2 years is about you getting out of debt. If a man come into your life, Chantel, and he talking about, I want to do this. No, if he ain't helping you get towards your goals, you don't have time for him. All right. Bottom line. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to stay on the line. I'm going to have Kelly give you access to Ramsey Plus. Okay. The very first thing I want you to do, I want you to go sign up for that and take our classes. Okay. I want you to sit down with this, get connected with our community. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go home and figure out how can you sell this car and what kind of car can you get for right around $2 grand, $2,500. Then after that, you're going to go back onto YouTube. Okay. And you're going to subscribe to my channel and I'm going to walk you through this journey. Okay. Now, get out of CarMax, get out of the bathroom, go straight to your car. Get in your car, go home. Okay. Go home, connect with us. We're going to walk you through this process. I'm giving you this Ramsey Plus for free on me because I want to help you turn your life around. America, this is what it's about, man. This is what it's about. Call me in the bathroom. That's what I'm talking about. That's when I know you're intentional about getting out of debt. This is The Ramsey Show. Welcome back to The Ramsey Show. My name is Anthony O'Neill, Ramsey personality. And Arturo is with us in Salt Lake City. Good afternoon, Arturo. How can I help?
Hey, Anthony. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. It's been a great day, man. How can I help?
All right. So me and my wife are both on our way out of the military. We're currently on terminal leave. So we have about a month left of pay. And I'm looking to do a career change right now, but just looking for some advice and guidance as to if now is the right time. So we recently just moved to Utah, which is a new state for both of us. She has some family out here. So far, I love it. And I want to be a real estate agent. I just don't know if now is the right time, whether I should jump into the game now or, go back to school, use my GI Bill, focus on being a full-time student.
Okay, so let's look at all of our options here, bro. If you went back to school and you were a full-time student, how would you and your wife survive? And before you answer that question, thank you so much for serving your country. We value and appreciate people like you and your wife. So again, thank you so much for your time and service. But if you went back to school full time, I like the education because it's free education. But how would you pay your bills?
Right. So if we both go back to school full time using our GI Bill, they will pay us a monthly housing allowance, which for both of us, it would be, or actually each of us, it would be $1,500 a month. And I brought my monthly expenses down to be just above that right now. So obviously I would still want to work part-time. So it'd be going to school full-time, getting that housing allowance, and working part-time jobs.
So $1,500 for two is $3,000, and you're saying that you're right around what, $1,700 for your housing, for your living expenses right now?
That's for each of us.
Right. So
we're right at that mark where we could live off of, off of our housing allowance, but have nothing for any extra, or it'd be very strict.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you went back to school, what would you go back to school for?
I am looking for something in business. Right now I'm thinking finance.
Okay. And what would you use a finance degree for?
So if, I said I wanted to be a real estate agent, I'm kind of using my finance degree to where if that doesn't work out, I'm looking for something in either an HR position, marketing, something like that.
Yeah, because you don't need a degree to be a real estate agent.
Right, correct.
Yeah.
I'm kind of using the degree as, they provide that monthly housing allowance, but it's also like a backup plan.
I got you. So you want to get the degree so you can get the $3,000, which I understand. It's free education and you get in $3,000. So I can understand that. I think for me is how much debt do you all have right now?
So we've paid off all debt except for our cars, which total for both of us is around just under $26,000.
Okay, $26,000 in cars. How much money do you have in your savings?
To add to that, instead of continuing with our debt snowball, since we were close to getting out, we kind of just started saving and building our emergency fund. So we have right now right around $25,000. Hopefully, once the Navy finishes paying us and reimbursing us for moving expenses, all that, we should be at about 30.
Okay. So 30. All right. And let's say, for example, and I'm just trying to make sure, let's say once you get off in a month and you don't go back to school, what's your goal? What are you going to do for income?
So if I weren't to go back to school, I would just jump straight into the real estate field, do that full time. And that's sort of why I kind of plan to use that emergency fund, because I know, the real estate field, not stable income. So I'm going to have to, be paying myself for a little bit until that income starts rolling in. It's just, I feel like that I still have that car debt over me. So I don't know whether I should, just jump in full time, keep doing what I'm doing, or take a step back, go to school, pay off our debt, and then build another emergency fund.
When I listen to you, man, nothing that you've said respectfully has gotten me really excited. The real estate industry right now, it's going to take you 6 months to a year to really start building, a solid, stable income. Sometimes a little bit longer than that. It really all depends. And so I'm a little nervous about that. Then I'm a little nervous about depending on me going back to school to provide for my life. Now, I do like the part of you getting education, especially a free education, especially to get paid to get your education. I like that. But here's what's not making me as excited. We don't really have a clear path. And this is something that my counterpart, Ken Coleman, talks about, is really getting a clear path and identifying exactly what you want to do. And I think before we can really help you, I think you and your wife should really sit down and be like, hey, babe, what do we want to do? Or what do I want to do? When I leave the military, do I want to be a real estate agent? If that's what you really want to do, then what I would say is get into that industry. But, man, you need to figure out a job that will provide income, because you got $26,000 in debt. My goal is, and what I would love to see you do is, take this $30,000, pay off all your cars so you have no responsibilities, no debt, and then you just have your housing, your food, and your utilities that you need to pay for, which that shouldn't be expensive at all. And then if you have a job generating between you and your wife, making at least another $3,000, $3,500 a month together combined in a household while you're in real estate, because if that's what you want to do, I want you to go after what you want to do. There is money in the game, but it's going to take a while for you to build that money. But if you're saying, hey, I really do want to go back to school and I really want to pursue this. Okay, cool. Let's talk about that option as well. But what I hear from you is like, well, I want to do this, but if this doesn't work, I can do this. Then if that doesn't work, then I mean, at least I have school paying for this. No, I need to hear passion in your voice. I need to hear, this is what I want to do. This is what I am going to do. And I'm going to do everything that I have to do. And so I really think that you need to get connected with Ken Coleman. Okay. He is our expert in this field. And so what I want to do is encourage you to call into the show tomorrow, Ken Coleman Show. Go to the KenColemanShow.com and you'll be able to see exactly what time his show airs, and call in and tell him, hey, your friend Anthony O'Neill told me to give you a call. This is where I'm at. Can you help me walk through a clear path to identify what is the best route for me to do with me getting out of the service? And then when you do that, man, I'm telling you right now, it will be absolutely amazing. And so, Artero, I'm rooting for you, bro. I really am. But I really can't help someone who really doesn't know what they really, really want to do. So go to KenColeman.com and KenColemanShow.com and look up at his hours for when his show is going to be running. He does it live on YouTube and he does it live on Sirius XM. Tell him that Anthony O'Neill, tell his screen phoner that Anthony O'Neill told you to call. They'll push you through. And I want you to run through the same scenario with Ken. And Ken is going to walk you through a clear journey. And this journey is the best journey out there, period. You know, I like the education part, but it's not exciting me. I like you selling houses, but it's not exciting me because I don't hear the excitement inside of you. But give Ken a call. Give Ken a call. This is why I love what I do, because I'm not an expert in everything. We can talk about money all day long, but Ken Coleman is the expert when it comes to getting that career right, when it comes to building that shovel. Now, once you get that career right and you got some money coming in, and then come back and holler at me and Dave. We'll walk you through this path. We'll get you some money. We'll show you how to flip that thing and pay off the debt. But America, if you're struggling right now, if you're not happy in your career space, check out my boy Ken Coleman, the author of The Proximity Principle, the #1 radio show out there when it comes to getting your careers and building your shovel. Then come holler at me at the table. I'm going to help you get your money right. And maybe Dave too. This is The Ramsey Show. Welcome back to the Ramsey Show. My name is Anthony O'Neill, Ramsey personality. And our scripture and quote comes from Ephesians chapter 4, verses 32. And it says, be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ, God forgave you. John Maxwell says, you build trust with others each time you choose integrity over image, truth over convenience, or honor over personal gain. Taylor is with us in Dallas, Texas. Good afternoon, Taylor. How can we help?
Hi, Anthony. How are you?
I'm doing great now that you've called in. So how can I help?
All right. So I'm calling because my question is mainly centered around the amount of car debt that my husband and I have between the two of us.
Okay. Did you say car debt?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
yeah. So we have recently decided to be smart and get out of debt.
Okay.
We have a total of $141,000 in debt, and of this, $100,000 of this is car debt.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Nah.
it is.
Nah. This you're not being for real right now, are you?
No, I am being serious. I am definitely being serious.
Taylor, what are y'all driving?
Well, we both have luxury vehicles that we both love, And so the thing, we have been going back and forth on if we should sell the cars and get something, cheaper, or just pay it down. We think we could be debt free by the end of 2022, maybe a little bit sooner. So we're, trying to decide if we could pay this off, and we give ourselves a goal of, anywhere between a year and a half, if it's worth it to keep them, because we both love our cars, but we also don't like the idea that we paid over $100,000 for 2 vehicles.
For 2 vehicles. All right.
Right.
Before I flip out, what's y'all's household income?
So our base, between the two of us, our base salary is $275, but on an average year, it's usually around $320, but can go as high as $360.
Okay. So, all right. I was about to flip off, Taylor. I was about to go off. $100,000 in cars. I was about to have a heart attack over here. But okay, you all are making $300,000 plus. All right. So the scary part for me is, how much do you all have in savings right now? I'm curious.
We have about $50,000 to $60,000.
$50,000 to $60,000. So y'all have enough money in your savings account right now to pay off one car and to be down.
Right.
Okay. So what's the problem? Like, what, y'all disagree with getting out of debt? Or, what's the problem?
Well, so I think that we should sell them and get something a little bit more reasonable. I think we suffered from lifestyle inflation as our salaries have increased.
Mm-hmm.
I do love my car, and he loves his car. He doesn't want to sell them. He just kind of wants to pay them off over time.
Okay.
We have 2 kids, and they're both in daycare, so that, kids are just expensive.
Okay.
And so trying to convince him that we could be debt-free a lot sooner.
You could.
If we were to sell them and get something around 20 to 25 that we could just kind of pay cash for.
Okay. So here's the thing. Let's break down the basics, because I think a lot of people in the Ramsey world are gonna be like, oh my God, $100,000 of cars. Let's be real. Okay. We teach that your cars should not add up to be more than 50% of your income, your household income. So you all are making $300,000. So you are well below that. Okay. So let's go ahead and just say you're in a safe place. Where I do agree with you is if you genuinely want to be 100% debt free, quicker than selling the cars would be a good option. Now, here's my thing. If I'm in your shoes and I love these cars and I'm making your income, okay, as a husband and wife, and I have $60,000 in my savings account, I'm generating a good amount of money every single month. Okay.
Right.
I'm taking I'm taking $59,000 of that. I'm paying off one car today. And then me and my wife are going to be very gazelle intense over the next 7 months to pay off the rest of our debt. We're going hard. Like we're not going out on dates. We're not, doing vacation here this summer. We're not doing a lot of things. We're going to eat comfortably. We're going to live comfortably, but we're going to be very focused on paying off all of our debt. Okay. That's what I would do. If I love the cars, like I got a very nice car too, and if I was in your situation, I would just say, you know what? I'm going to focus and pay off this car if I'm making that kind of money. And so for you and your husband, I think this is where you two come together, sit down and have a clear conversation. If your husband wants to keep his car, then hey, take that $59,000, go pay off the car. And then you and your husband said, all right, cool. Let's get on a clear budget. Let's let's start living below our means, and let's pay off all of our debt and then get our emergency fund back up. Now, that's one route. Now, if you want to get out of debt quicker and be debt free within the next 6 months, then sell both of the cars, buy a couple of cash cars, pay off, the rest of your debt, and boom, great. But I think you all are in a financial place to where you two can choose. Because if Dave was here, this is what Dave would say. Number one, your cars are less than 50%. Number two, you can be debt free within the next 2 years. So the option is on you. Okay. I genuinely believe. So if we take 59, You guys got 141. That's 61, 20. So that means you're going to have about $80,000 more. You all are making 320, 350. You saying on the high end, 360. So, I mean, within the next 9 to 12 months, you and your husband can be 100% debt free. How old are you two?
So I'm 28 and he is 30.
Oh, y'all millennials making this kind of money? Oh my gosh, I see why y'all got this card. I mean, listen here. Y'all need to come over here and rock with me on my show. So when you hang up from me, you need to go hit subscribe on my YouTube channel because I'm gonna help y'all out some more. Okay, you need to hit subscribe to the Table with Anthony O'Neill. Get you and your husband, and I want y'all to go and actually watch this week's show because I sit here and tell you all what not to do with your paycheck. All right, so that's number one. Number two, have you two taking Financial Peace University inside of Ramsey Plus?
No, we haven't.
Okay, cool. This is my third one today. I love giving away Dave Ramsey stuff. You know, it's just, I love it. So I want you to stay on the line. Kelly is going to give you a free trial to Ramsey Plus. I want you and your husband to take it. And honestly, you two can choose, Taylor, what you two want to do. You two are in a good financial place to where you can be debt free within the next 9 to 12 months. And I say if you two love the car and, you know, you can keep this car for a very long time, I may side with your husband because I do like nice things. I'm not going to front. And if I can pay off these nice things within a matter of 2 years and be debt free completely, I'm just going to go that route. So I think you two sit down and figure out what do you both want, and then you just have a good conversation from there. All right?
Well, that's good to hear. It just sounds crazy to me to have cars that are over, 6 figures. It just sounds crazy.
I mean, it sounds crazy, but you're in a good and healthy place financially to do it. And that's just from what we teach. You can be debt free within 2 years, and both of your cars are not worth more than your household income. Okay, so you're in a good place financially, but I totally understand how you feel. And again, this goes back to just you and your husband sitting down and having a conversation. If you all really want to become debt free and not have $100,000 in cars, then y'all can be debt free within a matter of the next 9 months. And if y'all really go hard, you could be debt free within a matter of the next 6 months. You could be one of your cars can be paid off today. That's what I would do. I'm calling the bank and paying it off today. You're still going to have $10,000. I'll take the other $9,000 and put that towards the savings account, not savings account, towards your other debt, and just really start attacking that stuff so y'all can be financially free. Boy, today's been amazing. I want to thank our producer, James Child, that's filled in for half of the show. I want to thank our associate producer, Kelly Daniel, who's been rocking with me the entire show. And America, I want to thank you for being the number one group of people out there in America. So don't forget that the caliber of your future will be determined by the decisions we made today. And you made the right decision by rocking with the Ramsey family. We'll see you on the next show.
Have a friend or family member that needs a daily dose of Ramsey advice in their life? Let them know about the Ramsey Call of the Day podcast. It's a quick hit of advice about life and money in under 10 minutes. Check out the Ramsey Call of the Day podcast wherever you listen to podcasts.